Hot news: ZBC veteran journalist Judith Makwanya dies. The Ministry of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting has confirmed the death of veteran journalist Judith Makwanya, 55, who worked for the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation (ZBC). The message from the ministry via Twitter said, "Government learns with the sadness of the untimely passing on of diplomatic correspondent Ms. Judith Makwanya. Judith served her country with distinction and was one of the journalists placed on the sanctions list, which became a roll of honor for patriots. May her soul rest in peace." Below are tributes to Makwanya. Professor Jonathan Moyo. Tragic news about Judith Makwanya. She was a committed media practitioner and an inspiring voice who challenged crude gender barriers in Zimbabwe's fledgling broadcasting industry. RIP Judith Makwanya. Nduduzi Matutlu. Judith Makwanya was actually very nice and kind. Unfortunately, in our polarized political existence, every human relationship is looked at from a political perspective. So sorry to learn of her death. My heart goes out to her grieving family and colleagues. RIP my sister. Marshall Gore. It's sad to learn of the untimely passing on of ZBC diplomatic correspondent Ms. Judith Makwanya. Judith will be well remembered for her special and dedicated service to ZBC. Her presence on Zimbabwe TV will be sadly missed. My sincere and deepest condolences to her family and friends. MHSRIP. Larry Queerai. Judith Makwanya for me was the definition of perseverance and getting things done. Her voice was never conventional, and many never thought she would have a long career in broadcast media. You don't have to be the most conventional to chase your dream. Chifamba sit hold. Sad news about Judith Makwanya. May her soul rest in peace. As a journalist, she successfully made a career out of bootlicking, along with Ruben Barwa, and became accomplished echoes of the establishment's voice. I don't recall her having a personal point of view. Jealousy Malarier, and heartbroken to learn of the sudden passing on of veteran broadcaster Judith Makwanya. I affectionately called her T. Judy. She was one of the few ZBC journalists who wasn't afraid to be seen in public chatting to me. May your dear soul rest in peace, T. Judy. Simbrish Sarura. Judith Makwanya was more of a SANF activist than a journalist. She was rotten to core. A journalist who supported a rotten and corrupt system. There is nothing veteranic about her. Anyway, may her soul rest in peace. So sad to note that Judith Judy Makwanya never had the opportunity in her career to be professional, unbiased and practice ethically. She leaves a tainted legacy and a bad example to the profession. RIP Judith Makwanya. Hope well Chinuano. Sad to hear the passing of ZBC diplomatic correspondent and journalist Judith Makwanya. Whenever I met her, she took my teasing in her stride, and just like Ruben Barwa, she was willing to engage with respect those who are opposed to views. May her soul rest in peace. Justin Mayer Malala, mourning a veteran journalist, sister and dear colleague who gave her life to a profession she loved. A patriotic and loyal torchbearer for many aspiring female journalists in Zimbabwe. Judith Makwanya, ZBC News, State House, Harare.